Okay, so good afternoon. It's 4 almost 3:30 p.m. at my place. So good afternoon. Welcome to Philosophical Tetsu. And today on live, this is a very chill live. I am not gonna talk so deep on this, but yeah, we definitely have to talk something because of this year. 2024 is ending, and an advanced happy new year to all of my subscribers. This was a glorious experience on social media, on YouTube this year, because you all showed me so much support, so much love this year. We grew from like zero to this level. I did nothing, but I was purely organic. I did no promotion, I did zero scamming, I did zero wordplays. Everything I did was just reflecting myself, what I am and how I see the things. Just give me a second. I am sharing this link to my friends and my on my Instagram as well, so that people can join. Just give me a second, and I have to read the chats as well. Hello, hi, what's up? Pratham, hi. Yusuf, hi, brother. Subham, hello, hello, good afternoon. Hello, Dada, how are you? Hi, Satyajit, I'm good. Tetsu scam. No, bro, I don't do scams. Like, I don't promote anything on my page or on my channel as well. Infamous is saying, I just love your channel, man. I watch a YouTube short every day. I genuinely don't do over productivity. I always try to upload one or maximum two videos every day, because I am an engineer myself in my life. I am a professor. I am currently like teaching on my college, and that's why I get barely any time for editing, content creation, then posting again. And this month, particularly in the upcoming months like January and February, will be so much hectic for me because the students are having exam, so I have to check their papers. I have my own exams, so it will be a hectic month ahead. So I hope I will be as much as consistent I am currently, but let's see. Your videos are nice. Thanks, Ninja. Thanks for the content. More. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Bachu. Hi, brother. And exclusive philosophy. Thanks, Ganesh. I try to share as much as possible. I am still at the surface level. I still believe I am at the surface level. And honestly speaking, I don't want to go that deeper into philosophy as well, because philosophy has a big problem, which Albert Camus said as well in his book, that philosophy's biggest problem is self unaliving. You also know most of the philosophers were depressed, and at this age how I am currently, if I get depressed reading some books or reading the understanding the POVs of the philosophers, and I get depressed, it will be horrendously detrimental for me. Like I will be finished, I will be cooked if I go that deep into philosophy. That's why I always try to stay within level 2 3 maximum, not more than that. Like many people suggested me Hegel, but I don't want to try Hegel. That's why you can say me that many people might complain ki Tetsu, you don't cover Hegel or some other philosophers. Right now I am trying to understand analytical philosophy as well. So let me complete analytical philosophy first, then I will be trying to explore other philosophers. Who is your favorite philosopher? I bet Nietzsche. No, 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 not like that. If I say my favorite philosopher is Nietzsche, na, Nietzsche, if he would have been alive and he saw me saying that Nietzsche, you are my favorite philosopher, I promote you, I am a fan of you, he would have hated me, because Nietzsche is such a person. He never wanted to be worshipped, or he never wanted to be praised even. So my favorite philosopher, I say I promote Nietzsche a lot, because I understand his point of view, how from where he was coming, what was his philosophy of religion, how he saw the religious dogmatism. That's why I connect to him. But my personal favorite philosopher, I cannot say favorite, because favorite itself is a very dualistic word. Like whenever we say favorite, it is a very controversial word. Like there are two terms of favorite. Like you are doing favoritism to someone and you are just ignoring others' word. So I can say my one of my favorite philosophers will be Albert Camus. I like his philosophy of absurdism, how he sees agnostic philosophies. Just give me a second. Agnostic philosophies, and in India, last year was a great year for me because of Jida Krishnamurti. He completely changed the way I see the life. So Jida Krishnamurti, definitely. Even I was recently watching Raga's podcast. Like Raga is a very famous Indian rapper, and one of the podcasters asked him that who is your real life inspiration? From where you get so much inspiration? Raga said that yeah, Jida Krishnamurti. From there, I was like, oh, Raga is also inspired by Jida Krishnamurti. So J Krishnamurti is a great philosopher. Great philosopher. Like if you are not into religious philosophy and still you wanna experience spiritual philosophy, go for Jida Krishnamurti. Acha. Do you play chess? Yeah, Ninja, I play chess, but not too much, barely for time pass. I'm not that serious about the game. I take it as a game. Simple. Opinion on Gandhi's philosophy. I already posted na Gandhi's philosophy. Look, saying a politician have a philosophy is a very controversial thing because I don't think any politician's philosophy can be understood if you don't understand the political point of views, because politics is run by ideologies are not equal to philosophy. Yeah, that comes from that personal philosophy, but when we become the slaves of our ideology na, we lose ourselves. And same happened to Gandhi might be a great guy in personal life. I don't know, but as a politician he was a bad politician. Honestly speaking, he was a bad worst politician in the history of India's freedom fight. I respect him for his sacrifices for the country. Yeah, he did so many satyagraha revolutions. So for that I have respect from a human point of view, but from an ideological or philosophical point of view, I don't have any empathy for him, honestly speaking, because the modern problems of India are root causes of the failures of the politicians of 1930s and 1940s mostly. It becomes the root of overthinking. Yeah, so like if you go too deep into philosophy, it becomes the root of overthinking. From your videos, my whole perspective about life and society has changed. Thanks, Satyajit. And I recommend you to also go to the literature for changing yourself. Don't only rely on my videos. Go check yourself, explore yourself. I give enough liberty for you to explore yourself, explore other philosophical terms. Like, yeah, that's great. Subham, can you elaborate on your engineering background? I cannot go too deep because I am not that comfortable to share all about myself and my personal details. But I am a computer science engineer, and I am currently working on AI sector, artificial intelligence sector. I am studying as well as I am teaching as well. So I am teaching the machine learnings, and I am studying, you can say, deep learning. I have gone to the master's level, and right now I am pursuing PhD, and I will be pursuing PhD. Sorry, and that's why I say ki I try to contemplate as much as possible about my real life profession and my social media profession as well. Just give me a second. My dad has come. Rakho. Yeah. So, what is your opinion, Rahul Gandhi? Let's keep politics aside now because it will be so much controversial if we start talking about politics, because I am not that of a guy. If it was 4 years ago, you could have gotten me into politics. Like, I was so much vocal against politics, for politics, and right now I am less bothered about political scenario of India or over the world. Yeah, geopolitics was and still excites me whenever I see reels or videos of geopolitics. I follow up a bit, but I don't reflect a lot on geopolitics. I try to suppress my opinions on that because my opinions are too strong for this social media. People might get hurt. That's why I keep it aside. Uh, or never be scared or going deeper into philosophy. No, I am not scared. Look, the word fear is a different thing. I am not scared. I understand from where I am coming and what is my age, what are my duties, responsibilities, and I cannot take that risk of going too deep and not understanding myself. I cannot reflect enough. And if I cannot reflect enough, I am such a guy, if I cannot reflect enough to you all, then there is a huge chance that that learning or the process of learning might get uh, wasted. Yeah, that's the thing. Happy New Year. Hi, Omega. Happy New Year. Megraj, what is your education background? I am a BTech and MTech on computer science. Pratham, Ars, I feel like I have experienced all philosophical states, but I don't want to go deeper. Okay, that's good. But you can go to such some levels, like deeper means at such levels of the abyss you can still explore. Many people call Nakosi from Homunculus a narcissist. Yeah, definitely. I feel he is a narcissist. But he's not a narcissist you must hate. Like, people often associate words for their reflecting their own emotions. Like, for example, I call someone narcissist. That means there is a potential chance I hate him. No, 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 no. To understand Nakosi, you have to understand his narcissism and from where his narcissism is actually coming. He is a very self-conceived guy. So we cannot say he is not a narcissist. But he is not a narcissist you must hate. You can hate a narcissist like Griffith. Griffith is a narcissist you must stay away from. But Nakosi is such a guy we find around ourselves. Everywhere in the society there is a person like Nakosi. But there is a person like Griffith. Is there a chances of getting a person like Griffith in your life? Very barely. And if you get such a person, stay away from him. Because Griffith is a detrimental character. He can destroy you. Definitely. His narcissism is detrimental for you. And Nakosi's narcissism is detrimental for himself. He is a self-destructive guy. That's why I say ki Nakosi is a very good character, very well written character. I have some bias for Nakosi and Homunculus, so don't get me wrong. Uh, Bakaya da Baku. Okay, many people call Nakosi. I already answered. Thoughts on Christianity? Very good as a religion, but as a moral structure, nah, bad. Bad moral structure. Uh, as a religion, as a spiritual guide, yeah, very good. And if you are such a person who always wants to cherish light side of the perspectives, definitely go for Christianity. But if you are such a person, such a rational guy who, that's why you always find that rational philosophers had a beef with Christianity, because rationalism always contradicts that point of Christianity, that life is not good and evil, beyond good and evil. You will find of Friedrich Nietzsche. I definitely recommend one book of Friedrich Nietzsche that's called Beyond Good and Evil. I am showing you guys the book. I already have the physical copy, so I can show you all. Just let me show this book, Beyond Good and Evil. This book is good for understanding the perspectives beyond Christian morality or Abrahamic, any of the Abrahamic moralities. And go through this book. This book is fantastic, phenomenal book for building a good moral structure without getting influenced by any kind of religious moral structures. Okay, so just give me a second. Okay, a favorite manga. Oh, no, 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 no. Just give me a second. What's your ambition, Dada? My ambition. My ambition is to reflect and build a society which is educative, not regressive. Like progressive society. You have to be enough progressive to accept the education as it is. And that is the biggest problem of our society as well. We try to suppress the notion of education, the notion of understanding yourself. We try to suppress ourselves because of something else, and that's the biggest thing. And my ambition is to become that person who can be the voice of the common people. Like, I try to reflect from your perspective, and I try to reflect from my perspective so that you can understand me as well. So it is a give and take policy. I take something from you, you take something from me, and that's how we mutually grow. That's the biggest ambition I can say. Acha, describe 2024 in a word. in a word, from which perspective, from my perspective or from society's perspective. Like if you say at my place it was a terrible year in my place in Kolkata, you already know what happened. If you are an Indian, even in foreign medias, many medias covered what happened in Kolkata. A girl was uh, odd. I cannot take the name because on live I cannot take the word. So that was a pathetic condition. That was a pathetic circumstances in my city. But from my perspective, it was quite a good year. I never say nothing is good or bad too much, but yeah, it was a decent year. Nothing special, but yeah, I was at my career. Yeah, I did something good in my career. Favorite manga, there is nothing like typical one favorite manga, but if I have to take one manga that changed my perspective, that will be Vagabond by Takehiko Ino. Just wanted to ask something by CU. Okay, I want to delve into Indian philosophy like Advaita and all. Can you advise? You can check my Instagram post in the caption. I have already gave the whole guide how to start with Indian philosophy, which books, with which philosophy you must start. You can check that out, and if not, you can just DM me. I can send you the post. Okay. Chanakyanity, fantastic, but it has to be a bit changed in the present scenarios of the politics. But yeah, Chanakyanity is better than Machiavellianism in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. What is your favorite mangaka? Who? You mean who? Who is my favorite mangaka? My favorite mangaka has to be two: Naoki Urasawa and Inyo Asano. I have already said that many times. Politics is a very important part of society. Definitely politics shapes us, and that's why I say ki don't fear politics. If you want to join politics, go there, but typically politics is such a thing na that don't let you be yourself. You have to be manipulative, you have to be propagandist mostly, because see the history of politics of the world na, it will not let you get interested into politics enough. It is good for discussion, debate, understand the world, society, but when it comes to personal ground, you will feel like I am losing myself. If you are such a reflective and spiritual person, and that's why most of the spiritual person in the history of world stayed away from the politics. Do you download anime clips? Yeah, definitely. Marcus Aurelius or Chanakya? Uh, you are comparing two completely different people, bro. Like Marcus Aurelius was a king and Chanakya was a kingmaker. And in my opinion, Marcus Aurelius is a decent philosopher, not too much great. How Stoics actually promote him, na? Like Marcus Aurelius is such a great philosopher. Oh my god. No, not like that. Marcus Aurelius is not that deep philosopher. He's good. People actually find him relatable because his ideologies rely with the religious point of views of them. But I don't find Marcus Aurelius that deep. I find Seneca a lot sensible, more sensible than Marcus Aurelius. So if you compare Marcus Aurelius with Chanakya, I will be definitely choosing Chanakya over Aurelius. Okay, there is a good question by Simple Guy 98. In your opinion, math is the best way to explain the world? Yeah, I say it not to understand human perspectives but to understand the world, the physics, the chemistry, the all the things happening around, because most of the time when we try to express them through words, words fell short. And that's why we need expressions, mathematical expressions which can express you even better. And that's why I say always ki maths is a is an universal language. You can say maths is the language of the gods if you believe on God. Thoughts on Diogenes' philosophy. Like what? How can I express it? Like he fapped. So fantastic guy. Great philosopher. He was the father of Zionism, I guess, if I am not wrong. So I will be posting on Diogenes separately. But actually, what happens now, whenever I post on Diogenes or I upload one reel on Diogenes, now, it gets age restricted. This is the biggest problem why I try to avoid Diogenes. Uh, Love your content, dude. Thanks, thanks, thanks. What's your name? Glurp. Okay. Susil. Hey, what do you do for living? I genuinely do like professorship. That's my source of living. Before that, I used to do like open source projects on web development. I was a web developer before coming into the AI sector. I was a web developer. So you can say I used to contribute to the open source projects and used to make a good amount of living. Are you non-vegetarian? If yes, then don't you think killing other animals for your own taste is not good, as they have also right to live, or can you justify their act? Look, I am a non-vegetarian, but I first of all I have to declare one thing. I have left many non-vegetarian diets. Like right now in the week, I only eat non-veg twice a week, but it is a part of our culture in the Bengali culture. In the northern India, you will not never find this amount of non-vegetarians. They are mostly vegetarians, but in southern India or in my state, West Bengal, you will find a lot of people who are non-vegetarian, and this is a part of our culture. You cannot do anything with it. And on the moral point of view, look, I don't think morality works like this. Like morality doesn't work on the basis of how the person is living or not. It depends on if it is authentically living and it has the intellectual capacity to understand its own life. Yeah, we are nobody to think that that person doesn't hold any intellectual value. That is insensitive. But yeah, I somehow find every animal has that kind of life inside it. But due to a part of being this culture, this is my taste word. I cannot. You can say that this has become the genetic memory of me from my mom that I got that. But I tried to restrain myself from eating animals, but mostly the poultry animals, because the poultry animals are uh, basically the clones of each other, so they don't hold that kind of intellectual values. And look, evolution, the world of evolution doesn't work like that. If you say in that perspective, na, if we stop eating each other, you cannot make a lion intellectually mature enough to teach him that, oh, killing a deer is a crime, morally crime, because he has to do it. It is his question of survival. So from that evolutionary point of view, those people who eat meat, I don't find anything wrong, because they are doing it for their survival. Yeah, you can survive with vegetarian diet as well. Do it. If you want to switch, do it. Nobody is restraining yourself. Let vegetarians eat veg and let non-vegetarians eat non-veg. And if you want to switch anytime, switch it. Nobody is restraining it. So that's the biggest liberty of food or diet, I believe. And I believe that we should not judge anyone on the basis of diet if they are not forcing you for changing your diet. That's it. Okay, Sam is asking that do you think Griffith's actions are justified? Okay, from the point of view of ambition, kind of, except the Casca part, like sacrificing the pupil, because that also has been done by many other characters. Like, for example, Erwin Smith, for example, Canute. So, if we call out Griffith for that, there will be multiple other characters in the history of humanity as well. There is Napoleon, there is Alexander the Great. We call Alexander the Great, but Alexander also invaded countries and he expanded his whole territory. We say that Genghis Khan. We talk about Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was a brutal invader. So if we say that those people are right from the point of view of aggression, ambition, or whatever their dreams were, we cannot call out Griffith. But from the point of view of how Griffith executed it, it could have been better. Yeah, definitely. Except the Casca part, I am still critical about the Casca part. It was unnecessary. I believe it was only done for breaking Guts, because he had some ego battle and also Guts abandoned him. And you remember that sword duel, right? So from that point of view, I get Griffith had that jealousy. Even when Guts appeared in the jail where Griffith was detained, if you remember, Griffith tried to kill Guts, And from that point of view you can understand that Griffith had that jealousy for guts. So yeah, Griffith had nothing to do. If he wanted to survive, he had to do it. Again comes to the survival point of view. Yeah, bro, from which country you are? I am from India, bro, and I want to start reading books or novels, but I don't know from where to start. Wake up to reality. Okay, so if you want to start, you can start with whatever native language you are from. Like for example, if you are studying English, like your mother tongue is English, then start with English literature, British literature. Like for example, there are multiple British writers. We start with Shakespeare. Shakespeare is a good for like understanding the English literature. Then go move to John Keats. There are poets. Arthur Rimbaud, French literature. You can move to French literature, then Italian, like European literature culture. And if you are from India, like my Asian literature, go for Japanese literature, Indian literature, Chinese literature. That's it. By language, you can divide it very easily. What do you think will be there World War Three in this century? Look, if we say that World War Three as a big event, there will be no such big event like World War Three, if I say, because every country knows the price to be paid if they start the World War Three. So in my opinion, no, there will be no such event like big World War Three. There will be individual wars like what is happening right now, like between Russia, Ukraine, between Israel, Palestine, between a shadow war between America and China, the business war. These kind of things will be happening. And recently, what happened to Syria as well. So that's it. When will you improve your English pronunciation? I'm already at 25. If you find my English pronunciation bad, then I cannot do it because this comes from my ethnicity, what ethnicity I belong. I am a Bengali. So this is my Bengali accent and my pronunciation. If you find it not relatable to you, you can just stop watching me. Like, it's not a big deal. Hey, bro. Hi, Bleeding Edge. Hi, what's up, bro? Uh, okay. So next is hi Tetsu. I recommend you playing Nier Automata. I already have Nier Automata. I am playing Nier Automata right now. I'm at sixth or seventh mission, I guess, or chapter. Because Nier Automata works like a chapter. It feels like an anime. You are playing an anime. It's great. Then is in your previous live stream you promised to make your top 50 books. Oh, sorry, I completely forgot it. Okay. I will post on it on my community tab. Okay. Was it a good year for Bollywood? No. Very bad year. If you follow me on Instagram, I have talked about this. This was a pathetic year for Bollywood. Not a great year. In my opinion, except Lapata Ladies, no movies even touched me. Like it was barely surface level. Okay. How do you know so much about philosophy? I know very surface level, bro. I whatever you see, these are the like fruits of past 5 years, 6 years of studying philosophy, as well as my current studying, whatever I am studying, like AI, software development. These are my personal for my career. These are for my career, but my personal passion was towards philosophy always. Do you think Machiavellianism is the only way we can achieve greatness? No, not at all. Machiavellianism is not spirituality. So, it is not spiritual. Machiavellianism often leads to craziness, often leads to failure. Not a single Machiavellian leader was a successful leader who is loved in the history of the world. Yeah, you can cherish dictators, that's a different thing. But Machiavellianism is not a good example of how to rule a country or how to rule people. I kind of agree with the point of view of the power, how power is transited through the generations, but from the perspective of Machiavelli himself, nah, it is not a very good philosophy. And it is a political philosophy. So again I am saying that political philosophies are very surface level. They are like hit or miss. Either they work very efficiently or they pathetically fail. Opinion on nihilism. Nihilism, it's a phase. You will never realize whether those people on social media who say self-proclaim, who are self-proclaimed nihilist, nah, oh my god, I am a nihilist, I feel nihilism. No, no, no. Nihilism doesn't work like that. Like a true nihilist who suffers from nihilism, he will never understand it. He suffers from nihilism because that's why I say this thing a passive nihilism. Like the person will never realize that he suffers from nihilism. So a person who understands nihilism from very closely after years of observation, he can only say that, oh okay, that person might show some traits of nihilism. So nihilism is like a passive state in my opinion, not an active state. You have to always like contemplate or reflect from yourself like, oh my god, I am a very great nihilist person. No, 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 not like that. You are not a nihilist, then you are a narcissist. You are very much self-proclaimed about your state of disdain, state of emptiness. That's a different thing. That's a mental state, not nihilism, because nihilism is not like that. It's a completely different thing. What's your perspective on Vinland Saga? You all know, like love Vinland Saga. What's the separate thing about it? Like, I believe Vinland Saga is one of those animes everyone should watch if they are suffering from any kind of existential crisis from their past. Seeker, why don't try to get into a debate with him because of my pronunciation. If you also get my pronunciation wrong, look how I talk now in English. I try to reach out to every person. Like a person in Brazil might not understand English as much as good like British people. Even a British people, how he pronunciates a word might be different from an Indian person. And Indian English is much different from British English, although they were inspired by British English. But that is the biggest reason. I try to make my English as simple as possible, like how you can understand, how you can have a genuine conversation with me without using too heavy words, too heavy pronunciation. I don't want to fake my pronunciation. That's it. That's the simplest thing. You go to social media, you will find terrible people who are trying to fake their accent, like accent pronunciation. That's the thing, bro. Like since I give a lot of lectures and my students find me quite understandable, I don't think there is anything wrong with my English. I hope. I hope. In your okay, next is I read Wasumi Punpun. Okay, it's my second favorite manga. Peak. Like if you love Inyo Asano, try Inyo Asano's Downfall. It's my favorite manga of Inyo Asano. Hey bro, do you know any good Indian literature pieces that incorporates philosophies like the mangas of Monster, 20th Century Boy, Vagabond, Vinland Saga, etc. Good Indian literature. Which language? Of which language? Like for example, in Bengali, I can say multiple names, but in Hindi, honestly speaking, I have not read many Hindi literature because Hindi is not my first language or mother tongue. So that's why I haven't read many Hindi literature. But if you want my suggestion, I can say you can go for Mirza Ghalib in Urdu. Mirza Ghalib's poetry. His poetries are quite existential. I love his quotables. Like he's a great guy. He was a great guy. Sorry, and Pratham, I find anime quite different and disconnected from philosophy. At least the mainstream ones. Yeah, I kind of agree with that ones. Like the mainstream movies or animes or mangas, they are not that philosophically deep. That's why I always go through the summaries of the mangas first, then I try those mangas because it will be completely wastage if those mangas are from coming from an entertainment purpose. Like you have to understand the purpose of the literature or writing, whatever you are writing or whatever you are reading. Sorry. So you have to first understand the story, then go for it. Okay, so hello, 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 hi. You disappeared for a while. Okay. You are talking about me? No, not at all. Your thoughts on Satyajit Ray? Oh man, what are you asking me? I am no one to give like pass my opinions on Satyajit Ray. He is such a great guy. Like if he was alive, I would have tried my best to meet him. Such a great personality, great guy, great vision ahead of his time, and his whole family is such talented. Na, if you are interested in Satyajit Ray, you try his father. You can go for his father's writings, like Sukumar Ray. Sukumar Ray was the first and in my opinion the earliest of the writers who were trying to do on sci-fi writing. Like if you are a fan of George Orwell or the sci-fi cyberpunkist things or mixed up alien things, like you can go for Sukumar Ray, the father of Satyajit Ray. Fantastic guy, fantastic poet, fantastic, and his humor was ahead of his time. Like such a good genetics he had, and also his grandfather Upendra Kishore Rai Chaudhary, fantastic. Is your real name Tetsu? No, 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 no. My real name is Suvra. So that's it. Is morality all artificial? Yeah, definitely. Not always, I will be saying, but mostly morality is artificial. More than artificial word, I will be using borrowed. Borrowed by the generations. Someone made the moral doctrines and moral backbones, and others just started following them like ships. And that's the biggest point of Friedrich Nietzsche as well. Like, I also have another book for morality of Friedrich Nietzsche. You can try this book of Nietzsche if you want to study the history of morality and how your morality might not be your morality. That is this book on the genealogy of morality. Okay, fantastic book for understanding morality. You remember one of my reels, like I compared the morality of killing a butterfly and killing a cockroach. That was perfectly taken from this book, and Nietzsche never quoted that though, but that was inspired by that this book. Okay, so this is it. Just give me a second. Okay, so mathematical expression do not help us understand the world though. Only if expressions are better. Why not? If you go for statistics, if you understand statistical expressions, statistical analysis, they are even better than words. So not always, if I am talking about mathematics here, I am talking about discrete part of the mathematics, not the numerical mathematics. So I am not even interested into numerical mathematics. So you can say that discrete mathematics is a better way of understanding philosophy. Do you think that other animals life have low value because they don't have human like intellect? No, 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 I'm not saying they have low value, low or high. That doesn't depend. If I am like dependent on his life has better value than me. I believe that. But it is coming from a point of view of evolution, how evolution happened. In that case, whenever you are even taking a breath, you are killing multiple bacteria and virus, their life as well. Okay, inside you there are lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are killing bacteria and viruses for the survival of yours. They are trying to kill you, but you are doing that for survival. From that point of view, if an animal or if a whatever form of life threatens your evolution, like if we stop eating animals, there is a huge chance that in the future humans will be extinct. It will take merely some years. Okay, it was the point of view of humans when humans started. If you see the evolutionary history of humans, human population started growing when humans started eating other animals. So from that point, that we survived on this planet was the point we survived in the chain of evolution. In the We climbed the hierarchy of evolution. That's the point. Like it is not about the value of the life. We barely hold any value. Like from the point of view of diet, we barely hold any value. So that's it, bro. Haha, there's 150 millions of animals butchered every year for meat. Yeah, even more than that, I guess. It's low, bro. If you consider fish, it is even more than that. Don't go for the numbers. If you go for the numbers, your mind will be blown that, oh my god, so many animals are being killed. So many people are being killed as well. What you can do? What we can do? We barely have any control over human mindset. If I say today that change your diet, it is not suitable for whatever people are doing, it will not make any change. Any changes, bro. There is no changes in humans' dietary in the history, and this whole thing that shifting into vegetarian diet will help in living the animals, it is all vague in my opinion. It will not help those animals. In my opinion, the responsibility of protecting the animals is more important. Like for example, I try to protect the street dogs, I try to protect the cats in the real life as well. So that is the point of view. You have to take the responsibility of whatever particular animal you want to save. You cannot save everyone. This is a quite realistic scenario. You cannot save every cow who are being butchered. You cannot save every like pig who are being butchered, but you can save those who are being available for your time, being available at your place, and being available at your circumstances. You have to understand your circumstances. If you are blurring the like imageries or the circumstances or the grounds you are belonging to, then you are being delusional, completely delusional. Thoughts on Johan Livard? Okay, Johan, a fantastic character. Too deep to talk in a live, it is a short live, so I cannot say everything about Johan Livard because he's complicated. He's a very complicated, and in my opinion, one of the most complicated villains. Not villains, I will be saying antagonists in the history of anime manga. So I will be making another video on Johan's psychology and philosophy. Like, stay tuned for that. So, which Eastern philosophy should I start with? Start with your own country, like in Indian philosophy. Start with Indian literature, like whatever is your native language. Start with it, Telugu, Tamil, or any North Indian language like Punjabi, or start with Hindi, Bengali, whatever. There are multiple languages in India, so you can start with any. What do you think should I read from Eastern philosophy? Okay, it's gone. What's your favorite movies and web series? Recently, I will be saying I like The Bear a lot. The Bear, you can try it. Fantastic web series. And I rewatched Breaking Bad last year. I mean, this year. So, yeah, Breaking Bad is goated. Like, BB is goated. There is nothing, in my opinion, is more philosophically thought provoking than Breaking Bad, because each and every action of Walter White is so blurred, na, and he is such a gray character until the end seasons. But yeah, his actions are morally gray, and I like this kind of characters, like morally gray characters. You cannot predict their actions so well. Okay, I want to learn philosophy. Is the Republic? Okay, you want to learn the philosophy of Republic of by Plato, I guess, right? uh, why is it important that I go for native language first? Because in my opinion, you have to understand from where you are coming from, your grounds. You have to be honest to your roots. You are coming from a country, or you are coming from a very small village. You explore the surroundings first. If you go outside, if you like become such a person who tries to explore anything but his own roots, then there is a huge chance of you getting deviated into multiple things else than own things. You will never understand the particular values you belong to. Okay, you missed my comment. It's upward, please see. Just give me a second. What kind of guy would you want to be, or what are the moral values of a man which inspires you the most? I get inspired by those people who try to question the traditionalism. Like the traditional things are going on for years. Even if they are wrong, I get thought provoking. that thought provoking vibes from them. And that's the key of understanding that person's psychology as well. You can understand that person from where he's coming from. Okay, a rebellion, a rebel, okay, a rebel for a cause, not for any reason, but for a particular reason. He knows himself, he has explored himself so much that he knows how to reflect himself. That kind of person inspires me, and I see that kind of a person in my father, and my father is the biggest inspiration of my life right now. So that's it. What's your opinion on religion, Tetsu? Bleeding is asking me my opinion on religion. Not too much needed. If you are an adult, go for your god more than your religion. So so that you don't fear the god, you understand the god. You understand that god is within yourself, not within the religious terminologies or whatever conditions they are applying on you, that this is the condition of loving the god. No, I can love my god any way I want to. He is within me, he is with me. So if you believe on god, don't search for religion, don't get in the shadows of umbrellas of the religion, get out of it. If you get out of the religion, you will find god even in the greater spectrum of understanding the god. Love your content. Thanks, Anis. Uh, okay. So there are so many questions. Oh my god. Why pessimism is worse than nihilism? Pessimism is worse than nihilism because pessimism leads others to becoming pessimistic. A bit of manipulative people. Pessimist people are a bit of manipulative. They try the world to be shaped in their ways. Nihilistic people are so much self-conceived. They will never try to reflect too much to other people. So they are like that black hole which never will suck you in. But pessimist people are like that black hole which will definitely suck you in. So this is why I feel like pessimism is worse than nihilism. Like there is a chance you can get out of nihilism, but pessimistic people can never get out of their pessimism. They are always pessimistic, and that's why I believe that the people who are critic, they are not always pessimist. Okay. Excellence or perfection? Both. Why not? But in my opinion, excellence. Excellence is a way to achieve perfection, although it is like you are saying the path and the destination. Destination is the perfection and excellence is the way. So you have to be highly achieving to accept that okay, this is my perfection. And perfection often, as of now, I what I understood of my life of the past 25 years, there is nothing like perfection. Perfection is not an objective goal like okay, I am here and I have to climb here, this is the perfection of my life. No, 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 not like that. Perfection is like a constant swing, it constantly changes according to your priorities, your life, your values, your moral backbone, all those things. So you have to understand from which point to which point I have to travel, and that is your excellence, not the perfection. The perfection is not important, but the path, the excellence is more important. That's why I said excellence is more important. Opinions on homunculus manga by nerd. You can get on my Instagram, but in short, fantastic, psychologically brain fucking, simply brain fucking psychologically. I read homunculus manga within a night, within 12 hours, and after waking up in the morning, I was not feeling myself. I was feeling like a completely different person. I was psychologically disturbed by the manga. That's why I never will recommend you to complete like me. I was into the story, that's why I completed. But I will never recommend you to complete Homunculus in a single read. Take some time, take some break. My boards are approaching, but I am getting more interested into philosophy. No, 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 stop. Boards are more important. Know your priorities. I never sacrificed my career for learning philosophy. I first went to the exams, I pursued my career, then I started talking on philosophy. Don't become like that a person who tries to pursue anything. Don't become a jack of all trades and master of none. Master you whatever you are learning, then go to other domains. Like for example, I am currently in my domain, like artificial intelligence. I have enough knowledge in that. That's why have moved to philosophy. Philosophy is like my side hustle. I have been pursuing for past 8 7 8 years, and that's why I love to talk about both AI stuffs in my real life and on social media, generally philosophy. And personally, I found my way into philosophy through your channel. Thanks, welcome, be well. Which is your favorite subject? Favorite subject? From the perspective of understanding yourself, I believe history is the most important subject, you know. History is the most important subject. But due to being a science student, I will be saying mathematics. Mathematics is the most important subject in my life and most fascinating subject in my life. I love to read mathematical journals, and that's how I got interested into engineering. That's all I can say. Mathematics is very much important, like integration, differentiation, logarithms, discrete mathematics, statistics. If you go to applied mathematics, like it is very tough. I take the classes of discrete mathematics, so I know, and I have to be passionate about maths. Other than that, I cannot teach it. Okay, that's it for now. I hope the live was great and you enjoyed it. The rest of the questions I could not answer to. Please comment it on the original live after it is published, and I will be replying to it. I have to go outside now. I have to take some like small tiffin because I have taken a short lunch today. That's why I have to go outside and be a bit social right now. Okay, bye, and a happy, very happy new year to you and your family, to everyone you love. Be the person you want to be yourself, be authentic. That's it. And thank you for the all supports. Bye for now, and we'll be talking soon.